interactive, fun songs, scaffolded material, and homework or review material. All the stuff that you miss from the lessons that you used to teach when you worked for, say, like VIPKID or Palfish. That's what VLEROCK is all about. One of the things that stops teachers from going independent, and I've talked about this with teachers so many times, they'll come on a strategy call with me and they'll be like, oh, well, I don't know how to go independent because I don't know what I'm supposed to teach. They don't know where to find curriculum. And that's not an excuse to stop you from going out there and doing your best and being your best, because there is so much material out there that you can use. There are so many different options out there. Welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Jillian from JillianShanahan.com. I do have a little bit of a cold while I'm recording this, so I apologize if I sound stuffy. But I am here to help you make money as an online teacher. I come out with videos every Saturday and every Tuesday talking about both working for a company or a marketplace and working for yourself. So if you're interested in learning how to grow your income as an online teacher, make sure you click subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss my future videos. This is what I sound like right now. Don't miss my future videos. Hit subscribe. You might remember Brenda from a live we did on this YouTube channel a few weeks ago. Brenda is the admin. She's the person that headed up the Ukraine Volunteer Project, which is it's an awesome nonprofit project that she started to help children that are in the war zone and refugee children from the war zone, to keep them engaged and educated and just keep their minds off of everything. But I wanted to get Brenda on here to show you something else that she has going on that is really, really cool. And that is VLEROCK, or Virtual Learning Educators Rock, because you guys do, right? All right, so let's welcome Brenda and check out her curriculum and see what this is all about.
Okay, Virtual Learning Educators Rock was started because 7 years ago when I became online, there was really nothing you could find all in one place. I had over 27 years experience as an ESL teacher exclusively in the class and out of the class. I started presentations in 2000. So what I've done is in this one area on VLEROCK, I've put as many resources that I can find for the teachers, paid options, unpaid options, training, and just it's like a plethora of so much information that anybody needs in one place instead of searching everywhere. I know how long it takes to make content. They take about 3 to 4 hours to do these. I have over 109, and we have 109, and as of today we're going to have 112. And this covers basically the lowest level to L4. And I'm going to show you tricks right now on how you can use this. I use these twice a week on some of my kids that are 50-minute classes, and I use it twice a week on only one.
What ages are your curriculum best for?
Ages 3 to 9. Your early
you
learners.
Have a lot of lessons for a small age group.
Well, that's because I believe each age group will have about, by the time we finish, each age group will have about 54 lessons. And then we're going to go on to the next 3 levels. So this is the private library. I'm going to show you the home page first. The private library also, it includes how to use the library, a welcome message for the teachers. Then it gives you links to get quickly into them either this way, or you can get to the links either this way. Along with that, you also have a template that you can use for the monthly newsletter if you want to let the parents know what you're doing, as well as suggested teaching and timing tips. And I love doing this and so there's training for you for the different levels. Then when you go into each level, it's organized, and it's just taking a second, and then you can just grab any lesson you want to see. Okay, so this is level 2. This is week 28. What can I do? And then they have the 3 vocabulary words, because we don't overwhelm phonics. I don't overwhelm them with the phonics at the very beginning. Then they have the 6 vocabulary words and the simplified sentences. So always they start with a very simple song, and the songs at the beginning of the classes usually last about a month, the beginning and the ending songs. So after a while, they're going to be singing the songs, and then they have the videos. They can make them bigger, and you can slow them down, which I always do for newer students. Then it goes, you can go back out and then you go into the, this also is the phonics. We always introduce the phonics with another video and singing, because at this age group, this is what these kids love the best. And then you go through the words, and the vocabulary is always done with GIFs so that it's interesting for the kids. And they will say them, and then you can try to get them to talk about them.
Lowercase.
And then we have writing where they can do it in the air, or you
will
can
start
have them
near the
do them
bottom.
on the whiteboards. And then they also, now this is the vocabulary, and with the vocabulary, they have the 3 vocabulary. You can act them out, and you have the kids look really closely at the pictures, and then you tell them to cover their eyes so they can do the peekaboo game. You're going to hide one of the vocabulary cards, and then you have them try to guess it. And I always encourage sentences, so I want them to say that back in a sentence. What is missing? Stand is missing, shake is missing. So they do those 3, and then you go to the next part is the theme introduction. It's going to introduce, so make sure that they get up and move. And then you can read with them, you can ask them the question, they can answer it, then you can switch roles, you can talk about the images and what's behind them. Again, this is can you shake? And these are animated, so you don't have to click twice for these. And then we do a brain break with them. And then we go into the second set of vocabulary. And that's again another peekaboo game. And then we have those all animated for you.
Those
And then
are so cute.
What can you do?
Then we do can you clap? Yes, I can clap. And then again, what can you do? And then I can climb a tree. So by this, the kids should be starting to read it on their own. This here now, you do line by line with them and ask them to try to read it again after you, or repeat after you. The longer they do it, they can actually start reading it alone. So these should be read alone by the students. And then there is a goodbye song. That's the one that's repeated again for about a month. And then every assignment every level has an assessment and homework. And what this is going to do, you can send them the QR code, or you can, in the classroom, you can use the URL. And I'm going to send this here. I do them all on WordWall, because WordWall is really good, because you can start here. This is where you get that drop and drag, all the interactions that they want. It's all gamified, but it's at the end because we want them to focus on the language at the beginning. Otherwise, the kids get, they're just wanting to play, and it's really hard for you to get those sentences out of them if they're playing. But this will incentivize them that they can have this at the end. And the one thing I love about this is that you have multiple different games that you can play with them. And at the same time, you can send things normally like PDF, but nowadays kids like games, and they're still getting the interaction, and they're still getting the objectives. So I prefer to send games. And also at the end of the lesson, you'll know if they understood the lesson, if they can say what they're doing. We have game share. I love playing matching pairs and losing to them. I love losing. They think it's the funniest thing. And then they can put their names if they win. And that's
love this. Do you as a teacher need a separate subscription to WordWall to see their answers?
No. So the older kids, they try to read ahead of time. I'm like, what sound are we learning? What's the vocabulary? Usually at this level, they can actually read, most of them. And then they have their warm-up song. This one, they're learning days of the week. And then we have them try to guess the theme. At least I started the discussion, and I'm trying to get them to understand what are we going to be talking about. And it's going to be colors. And then we go into the phonics. And my kids now are spelling.
Boys.
So the words that they learn now, they're going to actually be spelling. So I introduced this, and if you look here, they can't see the picture first. So I'm trying to get them to read first, and then we are answering it with actually seeing the picture after. And then the older kids, they make sentences with these words, or if they're advanced, they make a story using those 3 words as extensions. And then I just go back again. And we have 2 sets of phonics. So they also have another oi, And this
Toy.
this is the OI and the
Joy.
OY, I think. No, this is just OY. And then we do a theme introduction. And the same thing is one missing. But with the older kids, I ask them to recall details, not only the word. So they have to recall, let's say we're doing this one, how many flowers were there? What color were the flowers? So they'd have to recall, was the phone happy or was it sad? How did the phone feel? Which animal is gray? So it really makes them think. And then when we go into the languages, we also do I Spy after reading. We switch places and we read. And then there's always a brain break. They love brain breaks. They love to get up. And so it's similar to Chew, but it's a little bit more because I asked them, like, here their reading is more as well. So, and then again, there's that. And then I wanted to do level 4 is just level 4 has, let's see, let's go here. I'm going to bring level 4 in now. And level 4 is just a little bit different, where they have 2 discussion slides. They have more in their phonics. They have double phonics. They're doing seasons here. So they have to discuss here at the beginning.
If we put S and W together,
their phonics, and then another phonics. The theme. Then here they get 2 hidden versus 1. So we're hiding 2 from this one. And what I like about these is you can do I Spy games or you can do discussions. If you just back up after the animation, you click to the left, then you have the picture to discuss it.
Those are cute.
I love GIFs. And I mean, the fun thing about all of these, you see how I have like silly songs and stuff? I actually have children with their parents that dance to these songs. They were doing Tootie Tata. And the father and the daughter were doing Tootie Tata. The girl was cracking up laughing. The mother was in the hallway watching, and she kept turning the camera, and the father and her were singing. Also, just so I give everybody 30 days free so that they can test it out. I'm not like trying to make sure that they don't have a chance to see if it works with their kids. So there is 30 days free.
You said it's the price of a cup of coffee, but how much is it exactly?
$5.
$5 a month?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you just go to VLEROCK.com?
I actually can, you can go to VLEROCK, and then it's at the top of VLEROCK.
Well, thank you for coming on and showing us. That was super cute. Those are super, super, super cute animations, and like the games are cute, the homework's cute. I love it all.
If this video was helpful for you, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you've got any questions, I'll drop them in the comment section and I will do my best to answer them. And if you're still looking for other curriculum options, check out this playlist over here.